Ladies and gentlemen, this is our semi-main event, sponsored by Concept Architectural Systems. This is a 63.5 kilo interstate clash between Victoria and Queensland for the SCC Australian light welterweight title. It consists of 5 3-minute rounds fought under full tie rules. Our fighters, in the blue corner, trained by June Vergara, fighting out of Gym Boxton Muaythai, Mackay, Queensland. At 20 years of age, his record stands at 35 fights, 24 wins, 9 losses and a draw, a WMO Australian super lightweight champion, weighing in at 63.5 kilos. This is Jai, the Honeybee Van Polen. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by Perry Magnatis, fighting out of Gym A to Z Fight and Fitness Club. At 28 years of age, his record stands at 25 fights, 17 wins, 7 losses and a draw, weighing in at 63.4 kilos. This is Sulaiman, the Afghan warrior, Hashemi.
Yeah.
So the officials just waiting for the music to start so the fighters can perform their sealing of the ring here tonight, a ceremony reserved for full ties rule action. And if given the opportunity, Sulaiman Hashemi has a really beautiful white crew to pay homage and respect to his country and his faith in his trainer.
See the ring, guys.
And tonight we see Sulaiman Hashemi, the Afghan warrior, always brings a large supporting contingent along with him, trained by his longtime coach, Perry. They've done a lot of work together over the years. Sulaiman Hashemi, like I said, it seems like he's fighting every other weekend, and he's getting like a fine wine. He's getting better with age. And I've heard a lot of good things about Jai Van Polen. He beat one of Victoria's favourite sons, Jack Matthews, in his last outing, trained by Q Ekaset. That's no mean feat. He can be incredibly aggressive when he comes forward, but probably does his best work working off the back foot. Well, Sulaiman Hashemi, he's known to play a style of Muay Thai where he'll sit back on the ropes, and he's very good at playing a defensive style and chipping away and scoring with kicks. This one fought over 5 rounds. And he'll play the points game all the way through. And Sulaiman Hashemi performs his Wai Crew Ramoy. Wai Crew means to salute your teacher. Ramoy meaning boxing dance. So it's the
dancing will go,
opportunity for him to pay respects to the lineage of his Muay Thai tutelage through Perry. And it's pretty as a picture tonight from Sulaiman Hashemi. As we can see there, it's a full house here tonight at the Whitehorse Club. Iron Lions Promotions have done a stand-up job. She's looking to picture tonight. Gino Gambino at the Whitehorse Club. It's been my pleasure to call the fights all the way through with you tonight, sir, and what a night of action it's been.
Yeah, incredible night here for Spartans Cup Championship 19. Matt Williams, an absolute legend in the calling game here for MMA and Muay Thai, as we go into our semi-main event tonight for the SCC Australian Super Lightweight title. Full tie rules, 5 3-minute rounds. It's the 63.5 kilogram weight class. This is going to be a banger, Matt.
Yeah, the 63.5 kilo super lightweight division in Australia is incredibly strong. Each state represented at the highest level. And I don't believe these gentlemen have had the opportunity to fight one another yet. So they've been eyeing themselves off. Sulaiman he's been around longer, but Jai, as a lot of these Queenslander fighters do, they rack up experience very quickly, and he's kind of burst onto the scene. 35 fights now for Honeybee, Jai Van Polen. And I think when we see the match up tonight for the first time, you notice a real clash of styles. And it'll make for an action-packed affair, you betcha. Balance and composure shown there from the Afghan warrior. So he looks one last time to pay homage and respect to his crew, and one of the...
We're going to have our fighters to the centre of the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee for this bout is Sulaiman.
Ready for our camp. Be careful your head and not be in the cup, okay? Touch your cup. Enjoy your fight, guys. Good luck.
It's busy night for Wrong. He had his young charge Connor Pretty Boy Wilson on earlier. Now put on the referee Polo, and looking to officiate this one, of course, for the SEC Australian Super lightweight title. And the art of all of the 8 limbs. Elbows will be flying, slicing and dicing like a Ginsu 2000, and knees will be thrown. The 5 rounds, Gino Gamera, we can expect that the first round might start off a little bit slower than what we've seen over the rest of the card, as both fighters find each other's number and poke and prod, trying to find a strategy for later in the fight. And we're on here tonight in our semi-main event. It's Hashemi and the red corner, and Van Polen in the blue. See a distinct
more closer, guys, closer.
Length advantage to Van Polen, who goes upstairs, collects the chin, and he's got the attention early of the Afghan warrior. Big start from the Queenslander, snuck up over the right glove of Hashemi and found the neck with the shin. It's a big moment.
Yeah, this fight's going to start off calculated and direct from both fighters. They both know what's on the line here, and it is that SEC Australian Super Lightweight title. This fight is brought to you by Concept Architectural Systems at Chemist Warehouse, live here at the Whitehorse Club for Spartan Cup Championship 19.
Sulaiman being forced to start a little bit faster than I think he would have liked. He's playing a little bit of catch-up footy now. He's felt the power of Van Polen, who's big at super lightweight.
Choco!
Chok Lau means to start fighting from Rung. He wants action from the get-go. If you're in Thailand, they'll use the first round, and even the second round is a warm-up. Of course, in Australia, Muay Thai governed by the 10-point must-scoring system, so every round must be fought. As Van Polen steps in with some big punches. Hashemi is quite comfortable playing off the ropes as he chips away off the back foot, evades the high kick and counters back low. That's good work on the second rhythm from Hashemi.
Yeah, Hashemi just reminding Polen there that he's in this fight as well with that kick. Couple of counters, able to score some points early.
Yeah, good punch to the liver there from Hashemi, which opened up the home for the right hand. Here comes Van Polen, but he needs to be careful because, like a sniper from 1,000 yards, Sulaiman puts that right hand straight down the pipe, and here he comes. It's warming up early. Right hand buzzes Van Polen, who's caught with his feet in the mud. Just got caught watching the show, and it's the Sulaiman Hashemi show in the later half of this first round.
Yeah, the momentum has swung towards Hashemi now here, but again a nice counter there by Van Polen.
Yeah, that really stiffened up Hashemi. That right hand was a big one. He's got a big old club on him, does Van Polen. Kick in the butt for good measure as Hashemi exposes his back to his opponent. Fakes and goes low, but is met with a stiff right hand from Van Polen, the Queenslander. Even Stevens now has a big right hand over the top from Van Polen. Spins around the chin of Hashemi. He can't count out the power of the Queenslander.
Good.
And so far as round number 1 is signed, sealed and delivered from the Whitehorse Club. Spartan Cup Challenge. And this one is the super lightweight title is off to a great start as we look at some of the pitches
Once
from round
again, a
number
big
one. It
thank
was
you
a head kick
goes out to
early
Concept
from Van
Architectural
Polen, and it was
Systems.
a big knock.
Big thank you, Nick
Hashemi
Macris.
started to pick up the pace later in the round, but every time it looked like he was starting to gain some momentum, he was met with some big punches from the Honeybee.
Also, a big thank you going out to
some real
Everwin
power.
Apparels that provides fine
Hashemi
clothing
backed
and
up
apparels.
into the corner, found some
Everwin tailors to
moments
meticulous
with the hands
details,
himself, digging
providing
to the body
screen
and a right
printing,
hand over the
digital
top
transfer,
from
and
Hashemi, the
embroidery
Afghan
services
warrior. This one
that caters
is
to
going to
every
be quite
consumer's
something.
needs.
Two of the best.
Everwin is now
going
fully equipped with the
head-to-head at
latest
63
production
and a half
lines to
kicks.
offer a wide range of fine
Queensland
garments
versus
for all
Victoria,
industries.
Australia versus Afghanistan.
At Everwin, you can shop for plain stock, create
Gino
personalised
Gambino, what a
products,
start.
or
Yeah, you
purchase
felt like
their
Hashemi
unique
was
design
having to go
garments.
slow and steady
Everwin
at the start, but
Apparels
Van
are a
Polen had
trusted
different ideas,
professional
came
wear
out firing and
supplier.
hit some nice counter punches. Did unfortunately drop his left hand early on there and took a couple from Hashemi. Interesting first round, but we're going to step into this second round now for the SCC Australian Super Lightweight title, brought to you by Concept Architectural Systems and Chemist Warehouse.
And tell you what, well, Concept Architectural Systems, they're suppliers of aluminium window and door systems. And speaking of doors and 7-star efficiency, these two gentlemen about to try and boot down the door of the super lightweight division, scoop up an Australian title along the way. And you notice a longer break now coming into this. 2 minutes allowed in between rounds for these athletes to
Seconds out.
receive instructions, stretch it out, ice it up, and get back to business. And we're underway. Yokti Song, round number 2. It's Hashemi in the red, Van Polen in the blue, the Honeybee. Wow. Hashemi stirred up the hive in the first, and again, it's a lead left high kick from Van Polen. There's no telling it whatsoever, and it's got some herbs on it. Hashemi backing up into the neutral corner, looking to play a game that's more familiar to what we've seen, and he times the right hand of Van Polen. Left shin goes upstairs. He timed that right hand beautifully, did the Afghan warrior. Snuck it up over the top, and that was a good connection. Right kick gets the best of that exchange. Going the way of the red corner. Van Polen tried to answer, but just caught him with the toes on the thigh. Doubles up upstairs, digs hard to the body from Hashemi. Goes back for more with the left shin. It's volume at the moment of Hashemi versus the power of Van Polen. Throwing more in singles at the moment. Probably needs to pick up the pace. Because Hashemi, when he starts to feel himself, he's a real confidence beast. And Polen steps up to scratch, a big hard boxing combination punctuated by a hard low kick, Gino.
Yeah, Van Polen took a bad counter there. He just let that left hand drop again, and Hashemi punished him for it, but the confidence has picked back up. He's happy to keep going. Hashemi is now showing, though, that he's the more advanced fighter, but Van Polen's not going to let that get the best of him.
Yeah, a lot of highway out in front of these two gentlemen for this fight. And you see how Hashemi's leaning on the ropes there with his elbow, which allows him the dexterity to kick. It's a bit of a grey area, and you'll notice the Thai referees will often let the femur fighter, the more technical fighter, get away with a few of those. So he doesn't hang out there too long. Parries the lead glove down and goes upstairs with the right leg from Hashemi. Here comes Van Polen. Long steps in to separate. The boys doing most of their work over in the neutral corner at the moment.
Yeah, Van Polen seems to have found his little corner that he likes to stay in. He's cut the ring in half from Hashemi. He's trying to punish him with those kicks. He had a beautiful left kick earlier. He's just trying to time it perfectly, but Hashemi's had answers every single time.
Yeah, Hashemi's landing that left kick really consistently now and at a high clip. But Van Polen caught that one and sent the right hand down the pot like a cannon. He's got one punch knockout power, this boy. And he needs to address the left kick of Hashemi, which has found the ribs plenty of times, and 10 seconds left to go in the second.
Higher, be careful.
Hashemi tripling up off the left. And a right kick to boot. That's a good round for the red corner. He'll feel himself a little bit now.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you to Concept
Another
Architectural
excellent round of
Systems
full-tie rules
for their
action.
sponsorship
The
of
Australian
this
Super
semi-main
Lightweight
event.
title up for grabs.
And also to our sponsor,
as we look
our
at
main sponsor of the
some of the
night,
boys'
to Chemist
handiwork.
Warehouse.
Hashemi went chest to
INC
chest, tested
Nutrition
out those ropes
and
and a
Level
couple of
Up
scoring knees.
Hydration. Big
Not a
thank
lot
you
doing.
to our
Two safe
sponsors.
places in this fight for Hashemi, and that's on the end of those kicks and all the way in, chest to chest, just smothering the big punches of Van Polen. He does that so well, mixes up his rhythm, kicks inside leg and then switch kicks up to the body, the open side of Van Polen. Very difficult to check for the Queenslander as he tries to step forward with some big punches. And there we get another look at that. Picture perfect from Hashemi, just using the rope as his ally, Gino, and the big hands like a Foo Fighters video from Van Polen, looking to snatch the consciousness of Hashemi.
Yeah, Van Polen was able to do what he does best there. He took his time, he stayed very focused, he didn't take his eyes off Hashemi at all. But Hashemi just seems a little bit more relaxed. He seems to be taking his time with his shots and able to get that counter. We're about to step into the third round. A lot of people say this is the make or break, the championship round. The Thai fighters tend to pick it up in this time of the belt. It's going to be up to Van Polen now to step up his game, get into that third gear if he can.
Yeah, it's a really good read. Gino, I think what we can expect from Van Polen now is to let it go. He's going to start to try and stamp his authority on this fight and finish the last three strong. He's become incredibly good neck. He's hardly even opened his mouth to take a breath. And over there in the blue corner,
Seconds out.
Hashemi, well, he could
Round
fight till
three.
tomorrow morning if he'd chuck him a sandwich and a Powerade. A couple level ups from Chemist Warehouse, but here we go. It's Yokti Sam, round number 3. Hashemi in the red, Van Polen in the blue for all the bickies. The SEC Super Lightweight title up for grabs. Right kick scores well from Hashemi. What changes will the blue corner implement?
Higher. Careful. Good. Choco.
Room paying absolute top regard for these gentlemen near the regions as Van Polen steps in. He's got Hashemi up against the ropes. Left kick, not really a big scoring one as it catches the elbow of Hashemi. Swing and a miss from Hashemi, he's trying to pick up the air of Van Polen again as he jabs. Van Polen, when he jabs, he brings the hand back to his chin on a little bit of a loop, so it comes pretty low, and I think Hashemi's trying to pick that up as it returns back to its point of origin. There's a good left kick, and that left kick from Hashemi's really been the story of the second and third round so far.
Come on, guys, come on, do more work, come on, Choco!
He's timing the right hand of Van Polen, and he's starting to tenderise those ribs. Left kick from Van Polen, throws it so well and finishes that exchange well.
Van Polen's taking some heavy kicks to the body. You can see the welts on the ribs there on both left and right hand sides, but he hasn't let it break his focus at all. He's not taking his eyes off Hashemi at any stage in this fight.
And you'll notice when Hashemi, so that's the room will step in. The fighter who catches the kick, they're only allowed 2 steps forward until they need to strike or sweep or release. They're allowed to take as many as they want back within reason. Van Polen charging him now with a sense of earnest energy about him. And that's a good left kick there from Van Polen. Stuck under the right elbow of Hashemi, who's in his own corner. And this round starting to wind up. And another good round for Hashemi, but some big moments now for Van Polen. Hashemi doubling up with the left kick. There's a good teep on the defensive from Van Polen. And again, just as the Queenslander advances, Hashemi's just stamping on that thigh just to stop the forward momentum. Uppercut, snaps the chin of Hashemi skyward. Good moment from Van Polen. Starting to let his hands go a little bit now, later in the third round. Needs more of it, you'd feel. Hard teep to the leg from Hashemi, gets stumbled back with the right hand, and that's how that one finishes up. Van Polen all tangled up in the ropes. That was a closer round. Van Polen has some good moments at the end of round number 3. Hashemi kicking all day and kicking beautifully.
Ladies and
off
gentlemen,
the
a big
ropes.
thank you goes out to the
This
Spartans
is your
House of
Australian super
Champions,
lightweight title at
creating
Liverpool.
champion people.
At the third
Come
round
grill
here,
with
some
me.
great action by both Hashemi and Van Polen. Van Polen's got some great hands.
Follow them on
though.
Instagram
He has
and
stayed
TikTok
focused throughout,
and
but
Facebook
Hashemi's
for
been able
your
to hit
daily
them both those
barbecue
long kicks.
inspiration.
Just making sure he's not
Grill
getting too close.
Sisters,
He's felt
become a
the hands,
barbecue
felt the
expert
power of Van
with the
Polen,
Grill
but
Sisters
that
guide
left leg of
to
Van Polen as
legendary
well. It's
barbecue
come up a few
cookbook.
times earlier on in the
Available
fight.
through Amazon
And
and
Hashemi's been aware of it, but if he
barbecues
gets caught out, it could be it. It could be game over then and there.
Yeah, that's a good read, Gino. It's a real clash of styles.
Again, a big thank you to
puncher.
Concept Architectural Systems
Van Polen
for
trying to take
sponsoring
on the
this
technical
bout,
fighter,
and
the
Chemist
technical
Warehouse
fighter.
as major
And
sponsor of SCC
Hashemi is doing so well
19.
just to creep ahead with the kicks to the body, but the nature of this kind of contest is that it will only take one, and we've seen the power from Van Polen earlier on in round number 1 where he went upstairs with that left high kick you referenced. So I'd like to see him try and set that up with his boxing now. He's getting Hashemi's attention, especially in the latter stages of round number 3. Maybe bring that left high kick in behind it. I think he doesn't want to be sitting on the aeroplane back to Queensland tomorrow wondering what if, and he's got a ton of gas in the tank and super good neck. This fight, razor close. Round number 4 about to get underway. It's Van Polen in the blue corner up on his toes. Hashemi receiving his last stretch and final instruction from his longtime coach and Fred Perry.
Seconds out.
Round 4.
Round 4.
Round 4 to go. Talk.
Round number 4 is underway. Octi C. And Joaquin Van Polen. Russell up here. Fighting off the back foot is Hashemi, who looks to counter that left kick. That right hand again with a left kick. It just slips over. And the ice and water left in the ring in between rounds from the blue corner. Scores well to the inside leg. And again from the Afghan warrior on the back foot now, looking to control the lead hand of Van Polen, just staying on top of it. Oh, beautiful from Hashemi. Take a picture and have that one framed. The right kick with the right hand in behind it was beautiful stuff. And Van Polen up the middle, but he needs to be careful because he got clipped there. Shakes it out, but that was the kind of moment that Van Polen needs. Goes upstairs with a big left kick. Inside position on the bicep from Van Polen. Will he look to turn this into a lock? No, he's outdone for head position from Hashemi. And not able to score in that exchange.
Hashemi was able to snap the head back of Van Polen a couple of times there throughout. Van Polen tried to answer back, but great defensive work by Hashemi now in this 4th round.
Yeah, that left leg of Hashemi's been really specific with where he attacks. He's either going under the ribs or he's kicking the wrist where the blue tape is, as we just saw there of Van Polen. Oh, look at this. Here comes Van Polen. The eyes roll back in the head momentarily from Hashemi. That was a big punch. And look, he stepped up to the plate. He stepped up to the plate to meet Van Polen in the center of the ring. Maybe he feels he was buzzed by that and needs to earn that moment back. And Van Polen teeps up high to the chest. Late in the 4th now, it's a big right hand from Van Polen. Big left hook connects. Here he comes, the Queenslander, the honeybee. He's coming forward, 10 seconds, I believe. Hashemi just trying to see this one out, teeping off the back foot, but it's all bad news bears. As the Queenslander steps forward with some big punches, catches the leg, right hand down the pond, lead uppercut, misses, goes to the liver now, does the Queenslander. Left kick from Sulaiman Hashemi, head snaps back. Van Polen on an absolute rampage.
Incredible by Van Polen here. He's dropped some big bombs. Those hands of concrete have worked out well for him now. In this 4th round, as we have 10 seconds left.
There's your 10 seconds, mate. I bet the time-space continuum And lucky I did, because that was action-packed. Hashemi goes once more to the wrist, but wow, here it comes. The honeybee was woken up. Hashemi bumped the hive on his way through, and he landed some huge punches to finish off the 4th round, Gino.
Yeah, we spoke about that earlier, Matt. We said that he had some great hands. We saw some great kicks earlier from Van Polen, but he'd had enough by this stage. Hashemi seemed a little bit rocked once he took that right hand, and that sort of set up the tone for the rest of that 4th round. We're about to step into our 5th and final round for the STC Australian Super Lightweight title, and Van Polen is going to have all the momentum in his corner.
Yeah, look, he's got the momentum, but how far is he behind in these scorecards? Well, time will tell. He had that huge moment at the start of the 1st, but I feel it was Hashemi who probably picked up the middle of the fight, but with a momentum coming into the 5th, a little bit of this. He's got wind in the sails and championship aspirations. Look at some of the boxing. I don't think it's wise for Hashemi to try and punch on in a phone booth with Van Polen. He's doing so well just to play the defensive game. I think when Van Polen steps in and has him backed up in the corner, he'll be better suited to try and accept the clinch and stall that little moment out. But we've got 1 round to play now, Gino, and it's been an action-packed affair. What a fight.
It's been an incredible fight so far. This is your 5th and final round for your semi-main event here. Hashemi versus Van Polen for the Australian Super Lightweight title here at Spartans Cup Championship 19, brought to you by Iron Lines Promotions, Chemist Warehouse, and Concept Architectural Systems. We'll have a winner in this round one way or another, be it points or knockouts.
This is the 5th
Here we go, fight fans.
final round.
And Van Polen, he's an incredible net. His mouth's still closed, he's breathing through his nose still, and he'll need all of that gas. Stiff jab to open up his account in the 5th. Looking to make a withdrawal from the right hand, but it's Hashemi who goes twice to the body, first off the right, then off the left. Kicking low now is Hashemi as he intercepts the advancing Queenslander, who measures with the double jab, trying to cut Hashemi off now against the ropes. Hashemi, when he's kicking the legs now, as this fight wears on, his hands are starting to get a little bit low.
Come on, Kai, come on.
Wondering if Van Polen will try and intercept one of those kicks over the top with a big punch, catches that leg, and delivers a big low kick. Here's Hashemi boxing well off the back foot. Inside leg kick from Van Polen. The Afghans in the crowd starting to wake up to this one. They're spurring their man on. Spinning back fist, but by the time he turns around, Van Polen's nowhere to be seen. He's out the back door with the VCR and the PlayStation. There's a nice little moment, showing a bit of control, but referee Rung just warning him for taking too many steps. The boys reset, 5th and final. Van Polen trying to find and recreate the moment he had in the 1st with the high kick. Hashemi again with the left kick.
That high kick from Van Polen just kept it in his back pocket until the final round here. He's been doing magic with his hands so far, but Hashemi seems to have worked out the little game plan and able to defend it off so far.
Yeah, I think Van Polen just needs to let those hands go now, because so far I feel this is Hashemi's round. He scored so well with the kicks. Van Polen he's so fit, he's got so much left in the tank, he just needs to let it go. As Hashemi plays off the ropes, teeping well to create space.
Time is ticking away in this 5th and final round of this title fight here. Van Polen is unloading with some punches, but Hashemi is defending well.
And there's Hashemi going up and over the top, just looking to kill this clinch. Eats an elbow straight up the pipe, sock nut, straight elbow from Van Polen, and here he comes. There's blood in the water for the Queenslander. It's trickling out the nose now of the Afghan warrior. Left kicking well. Again, it's Hashemi. It's been there all night. He's got it on a shoestring. Spinning elbow once again, making himself dizzy. But so is that left hand of Van Polen. Has his hips pushed back by Hashemi in his own corner. This one, razor close. Gino, and not long to go now in the 5th.
Great final round here by both men. 10 seconds left in this one.
Fighters touch gloves. Hashemi kicks like he has done all night. Van Polen moves forward, needs to find a home for those big punches, and she's all done and dusted. Signed, sealed, and delivered from the Whitehorse Club in Burwood. Man, they didn't stop, did they?
Fantastic title fight there, Matt. Incredible showing here at the Spartan Cup Championship 19 by Iron Line Promotions. We'll have a look at that final round highlights here. Talk us through it, Matt.
Yeah, look, pretty early on in the fight, you'd feel the red team, the red corner, Hashemi and Fury, they knew that left kick was going to be there all night, and they scored at will with it. They weren't always huge shots. Sometimes he put a little bit more power on it and did some real damage along the way. Van Polen, well, the path was clear to victory for him, wasn't it? He knew that he could hurt Hashemi. He'd done it on multiple occasions. Had some huge moments the whole way through the fight. Little waypoints that the judges will take note as they tabulate the scores here this evening. But was it enough? Was there enough of those moments? He started to try and unleash the hands late in the fifth. Hashemi was able to time those with more kicks to the ribs, as we see the pictures there, the lats battered and bruised from Van Polen. A clash of styles, which makes this beautiful, beautiful sport of Muay Thai so entertaining as they clash in center ring. It looks like the referee room has the decision, and the fighters will come together to find who will be crowned the Australian Super Lightweight title on the Spartan Challenger Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'd agree, so far fight of the night. Let's hear it for Sulaiman, the Afghan warrior, Hashemi, and Jai, the honeybee, Van Polen. This bout was for the SCC Australian Light Welterweight title. The judges' scorecard reads 47-48, 49-46, 49-46. A split points decision. The winner, out of the red corner, Sulaiman, the Afghan warrior, Hashemi.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Sulaiman, the Afghan warrior, Hashemi, gets it done for his hometown crowd. He scored to the body all night long with those kicks, that beautiful femur style off the ropes.